Hey there. Today, I want to take you on a journey into the wild world of memory research, where science fiction meets reality. Sit back, because what I'm about to share goes far beyond the usual study hard, repeat, and improve your memory. Imagine a future where you could erase a painful memory with a simple pill, or maybe even download new skills straight into your brain. Sounds crazy, right? Well, let's just say science loves to toy with what seems impossible. First, let's talk about the idea of wiping memories. Some scientists use beta blockers, heart meds essentially, to dampen the emotional sting of traumatic events. Think about this scenario. You have a memory that haunts you every night, but thanks to a certain drug, it suddenly feels like a dull movie scene. No more panic, no more sleepless nights. Some researchers are asking, why not go further? Why not remove trivial or unwanted memories entirely? Imagine you're prepping a big work presentation, but your mind's cluttered with random junk. One small intervention, and poof, clean slate. Everyone has something they wouldn't mind forgetting. The question is, if the technology were available, would you take it? Of course, it's not all about forgetting. Let's talk about smart drugs, aka nootropics. Names like phenylpiracetam, modafinil, or Noopept might sound exotic, but they're basically brain boosters that students, coders, and ambitious professionals whisper about. Need to study all night for finals? Dreaming of pulling off a groundbreaking project with zero brain fog? These substances claim to give you that edge. While official evidence is mixed, you'll hear plenty of glowing anecdotes. I took this pill and stayed laser-focused for 12 hours. And, hey, who wouldn't want to boost their memory by 50%? Then again, we're stuck with limited clinical proof and a big dose of curiosity. The hype is real, and for some folks, that's enough. But let's get even more futuristic. Microchips and brain interfaces. Think The Matrix. DARPA, the research arm of the US Department of Defense, is already exploring implants that might enhance memory or learning in soldiers. In theory, you'd have a device surgically placed in your skull that records memory signals and replays them at will. Soldiers might acquire new skills faster, Alzheimer's patients could retrieve lost memories, or maybe you'll just wake up one day speaking fluent Mandarin thanks to an overnight update. Is that borderline science fiction? Absolutely, but the labs working on it insist we're inching closer every day. It's a thrill to think about the possibility. Oh, sorry, I can't remember that data. Let me just reboot my chip. Recent breakthroughs in optogenetics are shedding new light on how memory is stored and retrieved. By using targeted pulses of light, researchers can precisely activate or deactivate neuronal circuits, essentially turning on or turning off specific recollections in laboratory subjects. This level of control hints at a future where memory manipulation becomes as simple as flipping a switch. Though still in early stages, scientists believe these methods could help treat conditions like PTSD or memory loss by selectively modifying relevant circuits. With further progress, we might one day fine-tune our minds, opening doors to unprecedented, profound control over human cognition. Next up, gene editing. CRISPR might sound like a breakfast cereal, but it's actually a revolutionary tool that can tweak DNA with precision. Scientists have used CRISPR on mice to boost learning genes, producing genius lab animals that navigate mazes faster than ever. Now imagine if humans could do the same, rewriting a newborn's genetic code so that it's predisposed to have a photographic memory. It's exhilarating and a bit terrifying, because if we can do it for one baby, why not an entire generation? It's the stuff of a dystopian novel, but also a real scientific conversation happening right now. Let's pivot to psychedelics for a moment. LSD, psilocybin, even MDMA, once branded as purely destructive, are under new scrutiny. Some studies hint that microdosing LSD might spark creativity and even facilitate learning. Others show that psilocybin can help people revisit traumatic memories and reframe them in a healthier light. MDMA, famously known as ecstasy, is being tested to help PTSD patients revisit terrifying events while feeling safe and supported, essentially taking the emotional venom out of those memories. Instead of just erasing an unwanted memory, you're rewriting it so it no longer holds the same power. These stories might sound radical, but they're unfolding in controlled clinical trials as we speak. And if that doesn't blow your mind, consider the idea of digital memory backups. Neuroscientists and AI researchers are buzzing about the notion of mapping our neural connections, the entire connectome, and recreating it in a digital format. Think of it as storing your personal experiences in the cloud. Still sounds far-fetched? Well, 30 years ago, so did smartphones, with face scanning and mind-boggling data speeds. Today, they're just standard tech. So who's to say that in the future, we won't have a quick upload my memories to the server please button, storing our life stories for safekeeping? Of course, that implies the possibility of hacking or manipulating those memories. You can almost hear the Hollywood thriller scripts writing themselves. On top of that, we have brain stimulation methods like transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS. A device placed near your head delivers low-intensity magnetic fields, which can improve learning or memory recall in some experiments. People even sell at-home versions, claiming you'll gain super concentration with just a few sessions. Critics call it placebo, believers swear by it. But in a world where everything's up for grabs, it's another piece of the puzzle that might reshape how we view and augment our mental capacities. So you see, memory is no longer just about repetition and flashcards. We're tiptoeing into a realm of pills that can dull or erase memories, chips that might store them for reuse, genetic tweaks that supercharge our learning, and even psychoactive substances that help us reprogram emotional baggage. Yes, it's thrilling and weirdly empowering, but it's also tinged with a sense of danger. What if corporations or governments misuse such tools? What if entire identities can be altered at will? We're standing at a crossroads where the future of our memories, and maybe our personalities, hangs in the balance. Now let me ask you this. If you had the power to erase one memory forever, which one would it be? Or if you could inject a new skill, like a language or a professional expertise, would you do it? No questions asked. These aren't purely hypothetical questions anymore. Labs and companies worldwide are racing to bring these possibilities to life. Maybe in a few years, we'll see memory revision clinics pop up, or enhance your child's focus with a small gene fix. Sounds exciting and terrifying all at once. And that's where we'll wrap things up, right on the edge between fascination and unease. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you're subscribed, because tomorrow we might talk about backing up your consciousness in a holographic drive. If you've heard any wild rumors or have your own theories, drop a comment. Let's explore these uncharted territories together, because I truly believe our greatest adventures are unfolding right inside our own brains. Until next time, stay curious and maybe think twice about which memories you truly want to hold on to.